All right.
All right, here we go.
Whoosh, it's very Hunter x Hunter mode. What is that like? Zushi. I always forget his name. Zushi, you either forget about or just laugh at him. 20XX and I got some good laughs at him. But he's not that bad. Zushi's not that bad. I mean, he never gets to do anything. Just Togashi forgot about him, but
Yep.
it's no problem. I don't hate him. I don't know what King of Lightning thinks of him. Maybe I should watch some of those old reviews. I think this is the first time they're wearing those like jackets. They're more known for wearing the jackets in like season two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yoda Kobe mo Yoda Kobe mo Kanashimi mo Kanashimi mo Anata sae Gotoubun Nandesh. Yeah. Last time the only one line I messed up I said Kanata instead of Anata sae.
Uh,
Other than that it was perfect. That hurts me. But yeah, I guess I won't sing it this time. I don't know how much people would even like my singing, considering I have like a deep, like man voice. You know, my voice is not very kawaii. Daiki daikata, daiki daikata. Yeah, I can't go high pitched. I'm not good at it. I'm not made for it.
Unfortunately, due for those is sung by.
Well, whatever. I just have the ability to memorize it.
It
Yeah,
is sung by, Japanese girls who their voices don't change from like 12 to 70 usually.
yeah. Well, I remember actually like the Yu Yu Hakusho opening. Um, One of I think the most popular comment on that video is like, when Japanese women actually sounded like women, not like 13-year-old girls. Because she actually has sort of adult, deeper voice for a woman. But, wow, that's how it is. That's the meme of it. The Japanese women have a bit more, this kind of like just, everyone knows it. This kind of like high pitched, voice that you hear a lot. So, you just hear it all the time. So, unless you're watching a more like edgy series. But well, it's just anime tropes, so
Good old anime tropes.
they don't mind it. So I just keep it that way. But I forgot about that one. That probably looked better in the manga. But
I
that's like,
haven't read the manga.
yeah, I'll have to. I probably should just buy the manga. I am.
Probably easier than getting past
Well,
the internet.
I mean, I could find it. I could find it. I just don't like what reading manga on like the internet. It's much better if you actually have it in your hands. It feels I really like it a lot more.
I
I'm
can't
not.
agree with that.
Yeah, like like it's different. Like you watch anime on TV compared to like the computer, it is better. But for me, reading a manga in hand is just way better than watching going like the internet clips or whatever. Um, I do like that thing where they kind of like animate manga panels now.
Oh
They'll
yeah.
Yeah, like I find that kind of cool, but it's not done that much probably because it like takes a while to do. You need to like stretch the images a bunch, I would guess. Someone has tried to do that with Berserk. They've tried to make the Berserk manga semi-animated, like move it and give it like voice actors and whatnot. But they've only done like chapter like 1 to 3 or whatever, because I imagine it's difficult to do. So it's probably something that won't ever get done. Like those tend to be. which is sad because Berserk deserves the treatment, and Berserk 2016 probably just delayed that by like a decade. A tragedy of the highest order. Responsible Miku does not need to just study the Japanese history. I just felt like trying for once. Well, I had such a moment in my life as well. We started this episode with Ichika meets Futaro, like, while he's just walking around town. There are a couple
Yep.
scenes like that.
I mean, Yotsuba's still my favorite, just personality-wise, but I can't agree with the masses that if we gotta put someone together, it's definitely Miku.
You've made the decision. You've chosen the right path.
It's definitely Miku.
William Best Bro is like, he like messaged me and he's like, yo, have you seen season 2? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like a video about it. It's like way too nerdy. But he's like, the moment I said I've seen it, he's like, yeah, by the way, Miku best girl, bro. And I'm like, good to know you know.
Yeah, Yotsuba's still my favorite personality-wise, but definitely if I had to put two of them together, it would be
Uh huh.
Miku.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Best option, most kawaii option. I mean, oh, I still didn't look at my notes as to like every single argument I had. Honestly, could pull those out like right now and just see what I have. Oh, this is a big scene with Itsuki here. This is actually a good development scene. I remember this. Yeah, yeah, this is the scene. Yeah, well, you and Nino aren't showing up, but quiet tablet, quiet tablet. No Samsung.
Samsung want to be loud.
I sure turned the audio down, but oh, Daddy-o. I didn't know you got his voice here. I'll call him Daddy. You do see Daddy in season 2, and he was not what I expected. This is like the Donald Trump of Japan. Yeah, well, they are getting better, and well, that almost sounded like Chunin Shiken on some Naruto, but Daddy's decisive. I still appreciate the original art style. This is this art style is better than the season 2 art style. I'd say. I mean, where One Piece is going is like is a good direction. Where like the DBZ Broly movie went, I'm liking it, but I just think this art style just works better. I will stay firm on that. Okay. Let's see if I do have the notes. I probably could just search Miku in my notes and I'll see what I have. Okay, yeah, we have it right here. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, we got around 400 words here. I got an entire review on it. Ugh, I got like 2 sections just discussing it, and then I got like 2 other sections of like review of the series. Oh man. When I'm out of it and I just go back to what I've done, I'm like, ugh, man. But I mean, I just made a video on my channel that's like basically just as nerdy, so. Oh man. I usually don't reflect on it, but I don't know, man. I'm a bit. Well, whatever, whatever. This is maybe where the boomers make fun of me, but no, look, I'm analyzing this on complex level. I'm looking at the characterization here. That's kind of not the case. She said that she'll take his help but she'll succeed on her own. But she is she's the most, well, not the most stubborn of them, but well, they don't. That's not really an element in season one. I mean, she wants to be kind of like independent from him initially. That's kind of like emphasized more. Although Nino just like doesn't like him. Although with her, whether she doesn't like him or does like him is kind of a on and off thing. I do like how they handle her characterization because well, I like this. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, well, the mischief. Oh, I thought that was a. I forgot he responded just like that. It is kind of it is kind of like that though. I mean, considering the grin in like episode one. Yeah, well, there it is again. I'm in it for the money, and
Money.
that's what he's in for. Ooh, I didn't know the argument was on that level. I didn't remember being on that level exactly. Ah, Bakeero. Well, now you're done now. Well, you're done now because they were getting better, and Daddy said he has to pass the midterms, and not going to be at that rate. But you still have Yotsuba. You always have Yotsuba. Never, that's always there. But what is the? I think the scene where she trolls him is episode 7. Board games can give your brain a working.
They really can.
Yeah, I mean I'm way too analytical when I play board games. I tend to win board games. That is true. Well, no, you aren't, but the others kind of are.
It depends on the board game for me.
I haven't played Monopoly in like millennia.
I haven't played
Um,
Monopoly in a long time either.
I mean I play Axis and Allies, and that's like one of the like high IQ next level board games. But like regular board games, it's been a while. I did play some with like Reese. He like brought me to like one of his friends' place. He was like a board game guy. We played a game and I beat him my first time playing it. So I guess that's pretty good. You see, this is inadvertently good because now she needs to prove to him that she can actually like pass without him helping. So better than Nino, I guess. Ooh, black and white. That is the. That's what Ichika always does. Ichika always. That's what I like how they actually do Ichiga is she'll like put other characters into these situations and she'll like work with the other characters kind of like behind the scenes and whatnot. I like how they handle it. Well, she does it with Futuro and she does it with Miku. She tries to actually help Miku get with Futuro and it's very interesting because I didn't expect it. But then other times she's a bit yeah. Well, what's going on there? He's on. Oh, okay. I think he was on like monk breathing mode, Hamon mode. Yeah, but this seems very out of character for Itsuki. I don't think Itsuki would ever show up, especially in this situation, and be all like, yeah. So was not the case. Well, close to, but yeah. And you walk in with quite the blush on that one. Well, maybe it was because of the heat. I would hope
Who
so.
knows?
I would hope so. Oh, oh, let's go. Let's go. No, no, no. She's too shy for that. That's that's no, that's not the move. That's not the move. Not like I would want it either. That's the thing. When a guy, I've heard some women ask me, why is it when guys go in the bathroom, you're in there for like half an hour? The reason is because you go there and it's like, it's one of the only times where you're truly alone. You're just in like a black hole and you're just on your own and there's just nothing around you. And that's my answer anyway. It's the very yeah. This is where we get it. This is where we get the Ichigo pressure. I love that. Oh, we have those Miku pajamas from the other time too. No, we haven't gotten the scene with the Ichigo, or not the Ichigo,
The scene.
the scene with the Miku pajamas, the more infamous one. But I think that might be coming up.
Oh, how you
Debate,
call it the scene.
debate. Wow, debate. I usually only expect to hear that from like Joker. Oh, here we go. I remember this. This is. I think this is actually the first clip of this series I ever watched, and I love it. She's only kind of though. This is actually this is like a funny scene, but it actually kind of it remains. Like Miku actually brings it up later, like which I appreciate.
Is
Granted,
important.
funnily enough, it is. Funnily enough, it is because later she says like well, Futuro said what his ideal girl is, and I want to like become that girl, and she actually says it, and I was jumping out of my seat when that happened. Definitely,
The hype was real.
it was. I probably should have done. I mean, I could have done like a live reaction, but like I'm just no thanks. I like watching things on my own and just taking it in. But seriously, when I watched this for the first time, I was jumping and I was in a real. It pushes me, man. Well, it does because I get like actually hyped at this. Uh, and the pain, and the pain, and the pain, and it kind of is. That's why she wants to get better at cooking, though. And she tries, and it's very kawaii that she tries. You love that.
Effort is made.
Yeah, well, she tries for him. And you literally get, oh, yeah, you literally get that. Oh, I didn't know they just went on this early, man. They're just going. They're just going. I love it.
They're going in.
Well, Ichika's just going, really. I
We're
mean,
going in hard.
Ichika's the one pushing it. Which is the very good way. But I mean, seriously, it's like we have the setup with Miku much earlier than we have the setup with others. So that's part of it. I'm sure it is if someone ran in my face too. Well, he does want to apologize, but not sure she will. But ooh, this is a time we get to see Miku without her headphones, which is not common. I mean, Miku's headphones did remind me of Noon, something like that. Have you ever heard like remixes from Noon or whoever it is? Like,
Uh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah. It's got a kind of similar design there. Now we get Well, this was a good scene. I mean, granted, you get the most of these scenes with like Ichika, these little like one-on-one kind of moments, which I like, and she references that later as being like, I just want this feeling all the time and whatnot, and pretty good setup, but well, I won't say it because I don't think you've seen season two. But,
Oh no, I'm not quite there yet.
no, you should
I
be.
had to I had to touch up and finish on some other series I was watching.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to do it like super fast paced because series actually isn't done.
I have been working on that and also Twitch streams,
Yeah, that'll be good.
which so far the most popular Twitch streams have actually just been me trying to get every single emblem in Sonic Adventure 2.
Have fun with that. I've done it, and have fun just replaying like Radical Highway all over again, and just getting a bunch of chaos drives. And
Oh, it sucks.
is it cold? No, he probably just has a hot hand, unlike me. My hands are very cold. I probably would be bad at that move.
Not your strongest move.
No, I wouldn't be very good at grapples because my hands are just chilly. Like seriously, you know. They say, they always say, make sure your hands or whatever. I just have cold hands. I played Melee too much. The muscle tendons in my hands are strained, so I have cold hands all the time now.
Lucky
Uh,
for me, my hands are the one part of my body I can cool or heat up very easily.
mm-hmm. And this is the scene. This is the Miku pajama scene. They have quite the goofy OST for it. But I like how they set this up. Though. I like how they set this up. Because this is referenced again, though. Yeah, I'm on the same. I'm on the same boat, dude.
That sounded like a death sound in like a video game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, meh, 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 meh. And I still don't know this ending. Maybe
I
next.
love the ending.
I really like the ending. I actually really like this ending, but I just don't know it. So seems like it probably would be a little bit more
I mean,
difficult.
fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I usually learn openings. I'm not one to learn endings as much, but maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll learn it. Ooh, I'm hearing the.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, endings are shorter usually, so sort of they're easier, but sometimes they aren't either. I don't know any JoJo ending. I know all the JoJo openings, well, except like opening 6 because I'm not as much of a fan of that.
Oh, you don't know any of the.
I don't know the endings. I like the endings. I haven't memorized any of them though. I don't even know much Naruto endings because most Naruto endings aren't that good. Except the first ending. The first ending of Naruto is like A plus, fantastic. I love it. But most of the rest of them are just weird. They're literally just weird. I mean, it's not that I just don't like them. They're just weird. Although Shippuden ending 2 is actually pretty decent because it's like Naruto in like high school and whatnot. And that ending, I've said, that ending tells a more compelling story than all of Boruto combined.
I didn't even bother with Boruto.
I haven't either, and
Not that I even bothered with all of Naruto.
which I don't blame you. Just watch until the Kage Summit and skip the final fight and ignore the Fourth Greninja War for your own good.
It's just the fact that I don't know how, but a video came out of my recommendations involving Naruto yesterday.
Yeah.
It was just a guy complaining about it with, yeah, so Naruto beats up everyone and goes, you control your own destiny, and then all of a sudden he's the fucking child of fucking prophecy.
Yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, was that guy black? Because I might have.
Yes.
Then I know the video. Yeah. Look, I've said it. maybe I shouldn't say this when I'm uploading it to YouTube, but I've said it. Look, every like white Naruto fan who doesn't have Asperger's is like cringe, and every like black Naruto fan is epic. I'm just saying it, okay? Like the black Naruto fans, they just get it. They always get it. They know Neji. They know the prophecy situation. They know that Obito is lame. They know it. And they know Madara's epic. They know, you know. And the white Naruto fans are like, Minato is like the best character ever, dude. And like Naruto, he's like inspirational, dude. I love Naruto. Like Naruto, man, what a great character. You know, they're like on the Neverworld syndrome. I shouldn't call out Neverworld as much because Neverworld's much better today. But back in the day, you know, Neverworld was he was one of the damage control crew, and you know now it's just you know King Lightning doesn't cover Naruto all the time anymore, so a lot of people they don't remember back in the day. They don't remember the era of the Fourth Greninja War coverage where you know we heard on a regular basis why Naruto was just a butchered character, and he is. Because I mean, literally, that's the whole thing. What was Naruto's character about? You know, fighting destiny. Like the whole Neji thing is literally the whole fight is about that. Neji says you can't change your destiny. You were born a failure. You always be a failure. And Naruto says no, I have changed my destiny. But then Neji dies thinking that you know Naruto actually fought against destiny, whereas no, actually, Kid Jesus, as King of Lightning says, Kid Jesus and Moses Jr. Oh man, and yeah, that's literally Naruto at this point. It is literally
God, that is a fantastic description. I love it.
yes, yes. You know, and that's the sad part about Neji. Kid Jesus and Moses Jr. It's their story. It's their time. And Rock Lee, he gets trolled. Neji killed by wood. Gaara, his backstory got totally trashed. You know, all the other good characters back in the day, Kishimoto just, you know, troll, giving the middle finger, and you know,
Took him out back,
yeah,
shot him.
gave him the real slow treatment. It's sad, man. It's sad, man. You know, people want to talk to me, being like, well, you know, how could you possibly like say Bleach is like all right and Naruto's not a masterpiece? And I'm like, oh, where do we even get started with you? I'll tell you this: Bleach is kind of like not masterful, but Bleach's worst parts are like twice as good as like the Fourth Greninja War at a bare minimum. People
I
get
mean, that's just anime fans, though.
the Naruto. I think has some of the worst in terms of you know because like are you still watching an episode by the way? Are you just
Yep, I'm still watching.
oh the episode's over for me so yeah the episode's over for me so we do like a
Oh,
count yeah we do like a countdown per episode. I was kind of like ranting on there.
all good.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't have the episode going right now, but yeah, but no, I mean it's no, we just put that aside. We can just put that aside. We can just put that aside. It is what it is. But
Yep.
okay,
I'd
so
say, even though I won't lie with you, I will make one last comment, and I do have to say this. I think the second worst anime community is probably actually the Dragon Ball community.
I never said Naruto was the worst because here's the thing: Dragon Ball Z fanboys are the absolute worst fanboys ever for like any series ever. Like because the difference is that Dragon Ball Z fanboys are like Dragon Ball Z is like God's gift to Earth. It is objectively the greatest series ever, and you cannot question how great it is. Whereas Naruto fans are like they will try to excuse every little stupid thing that happens. Oh yeah, you know, Obito dies after being disintegrated, and then his soul uses a teleportation ability to send his soul into Kakashi and give him eye powers. Like the amount of laws of the verse that breaks on its own with what I just said, it breaks like 5 laws of the verse right there, like on its own. But the boys are like, no, you see, he has this spiritual connection with like the Shade of Six Paths and with the, and it, you know, whatever. Like, you know, the pedo energy allows him, you know, he finally gets with Rin. And, like, can you boys just be quiet? Like, can you just admit that it's nonsense? You know, like the DBZ fanboys, they'll just say like DBZ is just like objectively the best thing ever. And when you mention a plot hole to them, it will kind of just blur out of their head. Like you'll say a plot hole to them, and they'll be like, DBZ is perfect. What are you saying? This does not compute. Whereas the Naruto
Impossible!
yeah, the Naruto fanboys will try to like defend it, which is worse. Which is worse. It's better if they're just like blind than if they try to go, no, this is why it actually makes sense. Yeah, when Kid Jesus came in and gave Might Guy, well, I'll just I'll touch your chest, Might Guy, and then oh yeah, Eighth Gate reverted. And when Kakashi got his eye ripped out by Madara, which is really stupid, then again Naruto comes up, I'll put my hand on my eye. Oh, his eye is suddenly back. Oh yeah, okay.
Kid Jesus powers!
Yes, Kid Jesus gives his blessing. He is here. He performs miracles.
And all who witnessed were blessed.
Oh yes. That's literally what it becomes. And you, like, literally, you do have a lot of cringe Christian, like, imagery in, like, the Fourth Greninja War, too. Like, there's a part where, like, Naruto goes to, like, the top of the Shinju tree, and then he, like, does, like, a Rasen Shuriken, and it's, like, a cross image, and they're all running to the cross. And I'm like, look, Kishi. Really? Naruto is, like, a Christ imagery? Like, seriously?
The power of Jesus!
No, Kishi. No, Kishi. No. No, Kishi, no. No. Kishi, one of the reasons I actually liked Naruto's theming is because, number one, I'm not a fan, like in anime, I'm typically not a fan of like Christian like imagery put in anime because it just seems to like clash. But like Naruto was based on like a lot of like Japanese like traditional mythology, and you hear that a lot in like names too, like all the Uchiha like names are all based on Shinto gods, like authority of the gods, and what is it? Well, the flame god and whatever. Yeah, they're named after like Shintoism and like Japanese traditions and whatnot, Japanese folklore. And putting Christian imagery in there just makes it just clash. The only one who can do Christian like concepts good is like Togashi, like Higher X Hunter, and he does that very subtly. Most people don't even notice it, but it's much better there. Anyway, we'll go to episode 5 now.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't go ranting.
So I don't rant for the next hour.
Yeah.
Because I can.
That's what it is. Don't get me started too much, especially on the end of Naruto. That man, I'll need to make some like stream that's like 5 hours long where I just like tear apart that entire everything about it. I mean, you suggested bringing in a Tard and having me just fight this Tard in one-on-one combat.
That's mainly just because I think just drama is funny.
Ah, man. Well, I'll say if I bring in a Tard, he's gonna be a white guy. He's not gonna be one of the black Naruto fans. I'll bring him and I'll be like, hey brother, Neji was right, hey man. Madara's kingly, Might Guy's epic, yeah, we're on it. Rock Lee sucks, yeah, it's no doubt. And I say it, and well, whatever. Maybe I I just can't help but being honest. I'm just too real for my own good because I just say it. No one else will say it. No one else will ever say that, but I say it. Okay, so episode 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 1,
2,
2, 3,
3.
And this is among the best in season 1 for me. Although I don't, it seems weird that it's quickly paced. It just kind of goes to this. Ooh, this, yeah, I love this. Well, she changes her hair later, and I love it.
He's good.
Oh, wait a second. Oh no, I'm on episode 6. Crap. I'm on episode 6, aren't I? Wait a second, am I? Wait a second. Did I just click on bloody episode? Whoa. This is episode 4, it says. Oh, bloody, I might have watched. What did I just click on? What happened? I thought this was in order. I just watched episode 6 and I thought it was episode
Technical
4.
difficulties.
I just watched episode 6 and I thought it was episode 4. My god. I just watched episode 6 and I thought it was episode 4. We'll just
Technical difficulties.
we'll just upload it as episode 6 anyway. Crap. Well, whatever. Okay, so this was episode. I thought it would be simple. I thought I just download it and it's like, yeah, put it in order, whatever, alphabetical. No. Are you kidding
Something
me?
always goes
Are
wrong.
you kidding me? Whatever. Okay, so. Oh my god. Okay. I guess we'll just watch the real episode 4 now. I just watched episode 6, and I thought it was episode 4. That's probably why it was so weird. Okay. Okay. So, man. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to. Oh, whatever. Figure it out. Figure it
Slight
out.
technical difficulties.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Alright. So, okay, this is episode 4. So, this is where you get the kimono setup. Okay, that's why they were with Miku and all that, because that was built up in the kimono episode. That's where it was like finalized. That's why I was kind of like, whoa, this is fast paced. It makes me feel bad. I'm like, ugh, out of order, man. But I'll just upload it as like episode 6 anyway. Poop. Whatever. Okay. Okay. So, real episode 4 now, I guess. Real episode 4, and then we'll
Yep,
go.
real episode 4.
Okay. Whatever. I don't. Okay. If we want, we can do episode 6 again, I guess, and you can watch it or whatever. Whatever. It's
Hey, all
around.
good. I'll watch it on my own time.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. You know, it's just.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah. Well, Well, now I'll have to check every single time I do that now because I thought it would place it in order, but that's how it goes with downloads.
Yeah, if it's downloads, don't count on that.
Well, I just need to like rename it and put it in a folder and organize everything in my life. I do it on my computer, but it's on my tablet. So okay. Real episode 4. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yo.
Ugh, man, that sucks. I mean, at least it's like low stakes because if that were like, I don't know, an Evangelion episode or something, it would like ruin everything. But it doesn't. It's fine. It's fine.
Slight mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a you had the whole Itsuki feud with like Futaro after the kimonos, which makes more sense. I just call it the kimonos because it's like the midway point of the series. It's kind of a big thing. I love it. That's honestly, I mean that part is among like the best parts in the series as far as I'm concerned. There's some yen there. Not like I know the people on the yen, although they probably like change it a lot.
Probably.
Yeah. The loans. What do you have loans for? Well, what student doesn't have loans at this point? So.
Yep, student loans are just a part of life at this point.
That's how it goes. So, no, you're basically screwed either way because you go to school and then you like don't get out till you're 30 and then you're gonna be in debt anyway, or you don't go to school and then everyone thinks you're a peasant, and then good luck if you can succeed. But whatever, you just screwed either way at this point. It's there's whatever. It's you just kind of have to you just have to go and just toil and just make it. Probably the best strategy is just save your money. Just save your money. That's like the best that you can do. Save your money. Don't get addicted to something, and just try to keep it like that. Oh, this was a good one. The arcade mode. Raiha-chan. Kawaii. Yes. Yes, this is answered. You on there? Or?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure the audio doesn't go out there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Raiha doesn't get much moments. I got Raiha, I made a little accent mode. I say Raiha, and it's kind of like, too America mode.
Go to America.
Well, the hard R is America mode. Either that, or you're talking like you're from the eastern cities and whatnot, or you're talking like a cowboy or something. But I don't make fun of the Yankees too much on that. Although the funny thing would be is if people thought I was a Yankee, but I'm not. Even though sometimes I, attack on the Boston mode, take a little bit visit down to Boston there, from Massachusetts there. Put a bit of the accentuate the as there, dropping the as, take a trip down to the city. I'm not a city man, not a city boy. Never been to the city, but I don't know. Maybe I would on the
And
business
that's where
here.
I grew up.
I know you grew up in Alberta.
Yep. And I grew up in one of the cities there.
Okay, well, that's city, but not like Boston or New
Oh,
York or
definitely
whatever.
not Boston or New York.
No, I mean people have just regular Canadian accents there. So never been to the city though. I've been in the boondocks forever, and hope to continue so.
I was gonna say, truthfully, it's not the world's most exciting place to be.
No, and it's only getting worse. So Yotsuba goes with a Raiha, so we're on that good setup. That's a good moment. Ooh, homework in the kimonos. I've done that before. On my grad thing when I was in the suit, I actually like went to my dad's for like an hour and we like played like a wrestling game in my suit because I felt like it. So that was a fun one. Because I hadn't worn a suit then. I had never worn a suit in my life until I wore a suit then, and I've been enjoying it since.
I am not someone who enjoys that.
I do, but that's just me. But I never had worn a suit ever until that point. I didn't even get into one of those like weird baby suits, where like they get like one for like a kid. Never in my life. I had been dressed like the way I had dressed before, the sweatpants mode, sweater mode. Not like it's that abnormal. I still never wear jeans. I'm just not a jeans person.
Neither am I. I can relate to that one.
Yeah, I guess that's just another element of just why I'm not American. Sorry to say, guys, I'm just not into the jeans. It's just not in me. Not a fan of the jeans. Gotoubun desu. Demo watashi 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 wa anata ga sugiyo. We are the brides. Difficult to roll that R. Difficult to roll that R as if I'm a Scot. I'm Scottish mode. You're always rolling the R's, but I'm just someone who can memorize lyrics. I don't actually like know Japanese. Maybe I could learn it.
I've learned a bit.
Maybe I could learn it just because it would help me take in a bunch of like imports. It would be useful. It would be useful. And there are like plenty of tools to learn another language if you want to. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
well,
there's tools everywhere these days.
yeah, honestly. In terms of like real education, you can find like better stuff on the internet. It's just if you're self-educated, you don't get a piece of paper that says you're smart.
Yep.
Eating corn dog, I guess. I never had food like that. I always was like grossed out by food like that.
Really?
Yeah, corn dog, meh. I never liked hot dogs. I'm just, I'm just not into it.
I love hot dogs. I mean, after all, life is like a hot dog.
But it's not like mine because I just don't have hot dogs. And that was before bras were invented. Well, I wouldn't put it past you, but
Were we not putting past me?
no, no, not you. I mean Ichika.
Oh. Yep. Fair enough. Yep, back before bras were invented. A simpler time for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Well, it would have been simpler, and then I'm not even what they sure how the transition went on in Japan. It probably was just like no bras, and then we just showed up, and then suddenly, whoa, import this new technology.
Incredible!
Uh huh. It's actually interesting with like who interacts with who because you get like Nino and Ichigo, which you don't really see much, and you get like Raiha and Yotsuba. Raiha. I tried to say that because I don't know. I could say it in a way that could be ooh that's the thumbnail mode. I might make that the thumbnail.
That's a good thumbnail.
That's probably some inadvertent ammunition, but oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is actually where they start like pushing the old push Miku on Futra. This is actually where they set it up. So episode 6, it was like an established thing, but you know it needed to be set up, and it's set up here, and it's set up before the rest of them. Well, I don't even. Yeah, I didn't watch these like beforehand. I just kind of like I'm just like winging it. So maybe I should have, but I'm just kind of here. I'm just chilling with this.
Just chilling out.
Yeah, I mean, Best Bruh said he liked it, so maybe
Which,
we,
to be honest, not something I'd expect him to like.
yeah, maybe we could bring him in for like season 2.
He
But
seems more like an action person to me.
yeah, he is. But he knows like a lot of anime. He is basically like an anime guy. He knows. He introduces me to a decent amount, so we could bring him in. You know, if 20XX liked this, it actually probably would be like really funny. But I don't know. I doubt 20XX would be into this.
You never know, he might. His anime tastes are kind of surprising, actually.
I haven't talked to him in forever, but if he were into it, then eh, I don't mind doing this again either. But that is the case, but they kind of don't reinforce that later. But that's pretty good because you know this is that one whole Japanese festival thing where they have their fireworks. And I remember Japan just like held it anyway and had everyone meet up anyway during COVID, and everyone else insulted them, and I'm like, good job.
You
That's
did it.
yeah. Well, it's like they just don't care, and the Orientals are mostly just immune to it. And if you look at the cases in all the Oriental countries, they're just not there. The Orientals, I think, have immunity to it. Either that, or our countries are just totally exaggerating it, which is probably the case. When you look at it, it's like basically a non-issue, except in like white countries and like India. Oriental countries, it's like done. In like Africa, it's like non-existent. So not like our media will say that, but
No, the point of the media is to make people freak out.
yeah, that's what it does. The Orientals were like, oh well, we need to like wear masks, or we already do that anyway when we get sick, and we'll just like live as we do, and we're Asian and we're law-abiding, so we'll just much more chill than you'd think. But it's probably because their media is actually trying to help their people.
Thing is, it's just a human thing in general, but humans tend to remember and just hang on to bad things more than good things.
Uh-huh. Let's just
Because you could have a businessman who goes to work, thinks, oh, you know what? Today's a pretty good day. Like, day's going well for him. And then the coworker beside him says something stupid. And then all of a sudden, he gets home and it's like, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was terrible. Because they
mm-hmm.
hang on to that one bad thing.
Wow, that's quite the little image for like Yotsuba on the phone. I wonder if people even have. I guess people have phone images. I don't have a phone, so I don't know how it works.
Yeah, that's new. Yeah, that's newer technology for phones.
I'm like, I am. I was gonna say I'm an old man, but I don't know. I just don't have a phone. I just don't really want one, and I don't think it really does well for you. Not on Facebook, not on Twitter. I think it probably hurts your. Well, people just get addicted to it, and they spend like 2 hours of their day on it per day, and you just think about that, and you're just on it, on it, on it, on it, on it, and it just you lose time, you lose time, you lose time, you lose time. But I'm kind of like an interloper. I'm like on the internet, but I don't even like have a Facebook. You're definitely an interloper if you like that. Ooh, Futuro doesn't reciprocate. Well, that was a nice setup, though. That's a nice setup, though. Especially with implications from season 2, because that will probably drive you crazy given that. Man, though.
I'll be there.
Doesn't make eye contact while speaking. Very awkward stash there, buddy. Give me bad vibes.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stranger danger.
Maybe this is why the Asians gave up the face fryer. They can do it, Fu Manchu is pretty graceful. They can have their, samurai goatees or whatnot. You guys can do it. This is where we get the good setup. This is where. Is this where it gets good, or I believe it is. Ooh, yeah, this is where it gets good. This is where it gets good. This is where you get like 3 bombs in like a row. Yeah, we begin with piggyback mode. He kind of just has her just like, how do you say that? It's not like a normal piggyback. Wow. When was the last time I got piggyback done? Maybe when I was 8 years old. I couldn't get piggyback much because I got too big, and then they couldn't lift me anymore. That's how it goes. I love this part. He didn't lift her like a knight in shining armor, but well, granted, she probably can't move her legs that well in like a kimono if it's like tied down there. So,
No,
and,
probably not.
and as usual, Yotsuba kind of just gets sort of sidelined in terms of the character development, but you get kawaii scenes nonetheless. This is where we get our main Miku development. And then they kind of pull back with the Miku stuff a little bit after, but with some dude with a mustache, I just didn't even like looking at him.
Some guy with a mustache appeared
Ah,
and just
mustachioed man's
looked
car.
creepy.
Military time. Ugh, military time bugs me. It's on my laptop, but I can't change it. But,
Not much that can be done.
ooh, I like that. You're being more helpful than to do with studying. She wouldn't expect that from him, but you know this is where he's trying to help beyond studying. He's more than the money man, and the smile tells it. Oh man. Oh, and this is the scene. This is the hand holding scene. Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh, there's no need to ask. Yes. Assuredly. Assuredly. Nah, Neil on the hand holding though. But yeah, covering his face like that. Oh, this. I remember. This is good. This is good. He doesn't know what. He doesn't know how to sum it up, and then he ends up kind of pissing her off. Oh, I love that. But what could he say? What could he say? Friends, associates? Well, he didn't say friends, so
Everybody say it.
he didn't know. He didn't know how to describe his relationship with Miku, associates, friends, whatnot. Well, of course, this is like the first time he's just said, "I'm not in it for the money," but. But that was just. I love that scene so much. Well, I like it because you don't really get much like reflection on it from like Futuro besides that until later. Although like you get like a bunch of reflection on it from like Miku until it's like concluded at the end of the season. Because she doesn't. Well, it's difficult to say like when she concludes that she likes Futuro. Like when she like just says it flat out. I mean, at the end of the season, it's like it is. It's not really concluded. It's more just like she's just like I will get with Futuro, and I don't care what the rest of you think. That's basically the conclusion at the end of this season, and I love it. But
I don't need your opinion.
yeah, that's what it is at the end of this. That's what it is at the end of it. Well, there is a bit of a cute thing before where she's like talking with Ichika because you get these scenes where she's like discussing it with like Ichika, and then she's like, "Well, maybe we could share him." And then at the end of it, she's like, "No, Futuro is just going to be mine, and if you want to fight, then I'm going to win." And I'm just like, ugh. This is the setup, man. This is the setup, man. This is the setup, man. And look, none of the others ever commit to being with him like that early at all. It's well, whatever. I mean, season 2 does change some of those things up, but well, whatever, whatever. I think there will be waifu wars. People have their takes, but all the nerds side with me. All the nerds who analyze this show more than they should side with me. Granted, like I don't see much arguments for like what should be. Like I've never seen anyone actually argue that like Ichika should be a Futaro ever, and I've never seen someone argue that. Well, I've seen Nino arguments, but that's like a season 2 thing, and I've seen Itsuki arguments, but that's basically what I've seen. Like in terms of like arguments for it, not like well, I would prefer like an actual like argument behind it. But I will stay firm on Miku until the end of time. I will remain firm on it. Still best character in the series.
My decision remains.
Yes, I will defend it. I will defend it. I will stay there. Ugh. I had like a small little hangnail, and it just totally bugged me, so I got rid of it. Now I can be comfortable.
Well, that's good. Gotta be comfortable too.
I would be singing this, but I can't. I could try mumbling it, and that would be cringe. I mean, I just don't mumble. This is what some people do when they sing anime openings. Like they'll just mumble it. They'll just mumble what they think the lyrics are, and they can do that because that's their standard. But I have a standard of actually like knowing it, so I'm not gonna try unless I know. With the size of their their breast sizes, well, I'm pretty sure all their sizes are the same. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. I think I actually read that on the Wikia that their breast sizes are all the same, which is good. We don't need to have debate on that issue. That does not need. Yeah.
That's such a stupid debate.
Well,
But yep, it would be a debate that would happen.
most people don't even like look at because I like. It's funny because I actually just like I look at like the characterization and what's going on and I talk about it like that, which is funny because most people are just like, "This be wholesome, me be watching that. All I need to know." And granted, that's all I need to know too. Okay, so let's make sure this is episode 5. Okay, this is episode 5. This might be the best one. But we already got like the first good Miku moment, and I know the next one coming up. That's a really good one. Oh, this is. I love this kimono part. This is like the key. This is like the key moment in establishing like Miku primarily for the character dynamics. But ugh, well done though, because I actually like credit it. I'm not just like you know. It's like I can like legitimately say it's good, but okay. So do you have episode 5?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. When you start with this OST, this is one of the better OSTs in it. Because you have this one, and then you have the whole like bim, 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 that catchy one. I could like jump up and down to that one, but well, I can dance. I can dance, but I don't dance like that. Ichiko took him. Ugh. Oh, I love it.
I can tell.
He like covers his face there, and he's like, "We're just acquaintances." And then it like angers her, but she like realized like what he meant. Ugh. 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 And then she changes her hair. I mean
Just acquaintances.
that isn't funnily enough that isn't like totally too different from how I do my hair. Funnily enough, but whatever. Well, she gave him the wall slam, which is good because it's ironic. That
It is very ironic.
Yeah, it makes up for the wall slam in episode 1. That makes up for it. Because I'll be honest, I'm tired of the wall slam. I don't mind anime memes, but you've done it too much. That
The wall slam cliche.
yeah, done it too much. You guys need to calm down. There's that and the whole, do you want dinner, a bath, or a bee? I'm done. I'm done, guys. Can you just, just pull it back? I've had enough. I've had enough.
They'll pull it back when it stops working on half the people who watch it.
It does work. I guess people aren't numb to it yet. I'm numb to it, especially when it's like a lolly doing it. Like, come on, guys, have some taste. Oh, this guy. Maybe he looks a little bit less uncouth now. Oh, this! Well, I like this setup. Although it's not ammunition that's ever used against anyone else. It's just a cute little thing. This one that really isn't brought back much. Although that's quite the look on him. He's going through quite the experience right now. Yoda Kobi mo Yoda Kobi mo Kanashimi mo Kanashimi mo Anatasa e Gotoubun Nandes. Ugh. 一つ作りはないも見抜けない。二つあなたなんか大嫌いよ。三つもセグのこの気持ち。気づいて、よつ気がすくとだんだん五つばかり改め。勉強だけじゃなくて、君を知りたいよ。大嫌いから大嫌いから大好きへと大好きへと変わる心についていけないよ。どんなこともどんなこともあなたさえあなたさえご当分です。でも私はあなたが好きよ。Okay, that was perfect that time. So, any prior failure has been redeemed, even though I only got like one line wrong previously.
Redeemed. Redemption.
It bugs me that much. Imagine if I like sung the Evangelion opening and I like got it wrong or something. Ugh. But I'm just winging it. No takes, guys. No takes. I'm not like editing or whatever. No, I'm not gonna like re-record an editing of me singing it and be like, it's perfect. I'm not that much of a nerd. At least I hope so. Well, I am. I'm just. It is what it is. If I done goof, then I'll just redeem it later. I don't need to edit it. I don't need to edit out my errors. That's like lying. We don't do that.
We don't do that here.
No, I'm beyond it. Nothing shall be hidden. When I done goof, you get to hear it, although you probably won't even notice it. But I will, and that's
Oh,
why.
that's also the fun part of streaming is you can't go back on anything.
Uh huh.
You make a mistake, it's there crystal clear for everyone to see.
Uh huh. I'm just not as much of a streaming person. Probably if I were to stream anything. Oh, they're flashing back to it. I usually hate flashbacks, but you guys know how to just pull the punches. Yeah, it did. I mean, she gave you the pout face. Of course it did.
The pout face, the most powerful face of them all.
Yeah. She wanted you to say you're her friend. Maybe you could have gone further beyond, but at least friend, dude.
But you failed.
You didn't know what to say, and I don't blame you that you didn't know what to say. It was a shocking situation. You'll need to amend it, which you'll kind of do, but it's in a bit. But if I were to stream anything, it's insane. What I was thinking of doing is streaming like every possible pathway on like Shadow the Hedgehog. I would just do a thing where it's like, okay, I'm up today, so I'll do like an hour long Shadow stream and do like one playthrough, and I'll just like do that until I'm like done everything ever in Shadow.
Oh, you could totally get people to watch that.
It would just be like a daily thing, and I'm just like streaming Shadow, and there wouldn't be much to say. I would be able to say like, I would be able to like talk about the pathway and like things I can say about it, what's in my notes on it, but ooh. Well, she pulled her hair back, so looks more like Looks like that more like Ichigo, but well, they get them confused. I mean, granted, I mean, like on Sonic as the topic, it's like people in media can be very colorblind.
Oh yes, 100%.
Get that hedgehog. I not remember in the quotes. That intro is so I love it. This is Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're en route. Everything's a go. This is Control Tower. We have you on radar. Report captured status of captured hedgehog aboard. Over. That's a 10-4. The hedgehog is whatever. What in the
He's taking out
world?
everyone on board.
What in the world? The dialogue in that game is actually like so good though. Seriously, you boys
Oh,
hate
I
on it.
love it.
You boys hate on it, but it's so memorable. It's so memorable. Sonic is not what he once was, man.
I know I actually live streamed the randomizer of it yesterday, and I don't think anything has killed me more than that.
What was it like? Cutscenes or what was going
All
on?
the cutscenes were randomized with different audio from the game,
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
and I don't think anything has killed me more than that.
Well, the game, like almost every line in that game is quotable. To be honest, which is really good. When you can do that, you've done a good job. Sonic writing used to be so much better. The old boys, the old writers, we love them. They've been sacked since Black Knight. We pray for them. We love them. And Sonic will never be the same.
Yep, just like being at just like first thing happening, you're at the last cutscene, and all you just see is Sonic come up and say, "Select a file, Mr. President."
Ooh, I love this. Grabs the hand there. Oh, what does he
Oh, the
say
hand
here? What
grab.
does he say here? This is key. What does he say here? What does he say? All right. Hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa! There's your ammunition. Ooh, first jealousy moment from Ichika. It develops over time. It grows. I like how they do that. It's slow. It's slow. Even though Miku's like the first one who ends up liking him, it's built up. It's built up well. It's not. It is not sudden at all, which I like. Some of them do. Like 3D Kanojo kind of does that. I haven't watched that in a while, but they kind of do that on that one. But it's also kind of trollish. That one is okay, but this is much better. I'm sure some fanboy died hearing that, but it's just simply the case.
No, there will always be a fanboy dying somewhere, no matter what you say.
Yeah, yeah, well. Sorry, 3D Kanojo, alright, but this is much better. Okay, okay, boys.
It's just the strength of them dying depends on what you say.
Yeah, so, if someone died, well, I hope you dug your own grave first. Quarter de Oro might be better than this, though, if we're talking about overall. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I like this more partially out of fanboyism, but those are actually kind of comparable. But I'm not sure I would where I'd rate Kaguya-sama. Because honestly, the thing I like the most about Kaguya-sama is the fact that it's like legitimately funny. Like I was actually like laughing out loud at that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, like I thought. Oh, she's good now. Patana. Okay, you verified it, man. You verified it. But no, it's like Kaguya-sama in terms of plot and like characterization is good, but the thing I like about it the most is that I find it like really funny. Like it's actually legitimately funny. So we could do that next if you want. I think
Oh,
that'd
that
be
would be something awesome to do, because that is honestly one of my favorites just for how.
yeah. Although I don't know the opening for that one, and that is one I'll have to learn the opening on because it's that opening. So well, I can do that, but yeah, I was thinking probably something like that we would do next. That's a good one. I don't remember how exactly this goes with Ichigo here. Well, this is where you get the whole she's an actor reveal. I don't remember exactly. Well, she like says she has to like go away, but it's kind of isn't built on. But oh, right. This is the first time where because she has this thing where she questions whether she wants Furutaro to be with Miku or she actually wants to be with him herself, and it's this kind of like subtle thing, and they do it quite well.
It's good. I think they do a lot of things good, and
Gotoubun no Hanayome.
it's nice to actually be able to compliment something on doing good.
Uh-huh. That's the thing. I'm not giving mercy points here. I mean, yes, I probably like this more than I should, but like I'm giving this like legitimate praise. There are few things I could actually say I have a fanboyism about. Like I probably have like a fanboyism about like the Mother series, but there's a difference between thinking something is just like really good and just saying it's really good and being like a fanboy about it. Because when you're a fanboy, that means you'll like kind of unreasonably defend it. Like I am not a Berserk fanboy, but I'll say like Berserk is like insanely good. I could give more praise to Berserk if I was even a bigger fan. I'm just saying it is that good.
Oh, I think it is insanely good.
Yeah.
Not a fanboy either, but I still think it deserves the.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. Like I could give it even more praise. I could it's one of those things where you could say like this is like among the best characters I've ever seen written. This is like you can say that and it's not like exaggerating. Like it's on that level. And if you want to go to that level, you can, and I wouldn't think you're pushing it. You can
No,
do
that's
this.
what I am.
Yeah.
It's like if you fanboy over something, if you can justify it, go right ahead and fanboy over it.
Yeah, it's like the reason I might say I could be like a fanboy of like the Mother series is because I like love those games so much, but I can't explain in as good a way as to like why I do. It's honestly like it's a very unique thing. It's a very unique taste. You need to have. A lot of people, they don't have it. It's tough for me to explain. I just love it like so much, and you know, I could call myself a fanboy of that, but it's not like I don't love it for any reason. I love it because it actually does the whole idea of like you resonate with the protagonist kind of thing. It actually does it how it should be done. It does it where Pokemon like could not do it, or Zelda couldn't really do it. But that's like a personal thing, like for you, right? It's like if it doesn't resonate with you, then it just doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like me, I still love Pokemon. Do I love it for the story of the game? No.
The moment I read the Pokemon manga, I gave up on the story in the games. I just like the story. The story is the manga. That's the story I
Oh,
need.
the manga? If you want a story, it's there.
Yeah, the manga is that's my thumbnail. But the manga is the manga. I just love everything they handle in that. I love the manga. I probably love the manga a little bit unreasonably. Um, but for me, it's just when you're like a Pokemon fan and you like tried to enjoy the story and it really kind of just wasn't done justice in the games, and then you read the manga and then it is done justice, like in so many ways what you wanted. Ah man, it is just quite the satisfaction. Very love the manga so much, especially if you're a fan. Especially if you're a fan. But even if you're not a fan, I think someone who doesn't like the Pokemon games could just read the manga and still enjoy it.
I think so.
Ah,
I've only read the first two mangas, so the Kanto and Johto
yeah. Well,
ones.
that's good stuff. Hoenn, dude, you gotta read Hoenn. You gotta read Hoenn. You would like it in particular. You would like it in particular. I I'm not sure if I want to go in more detail than that, but I'll just say you would actually really like it. I know.
Hoen's actually good.
Hoenn is really good. Hoenn is really good. I know you would really like it.
Does it stand on par with the first two?
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Okay. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Um, Ruby and Sapphire, anyway. Emerald, a little less so, but Ruby and Sapphire, definitely. Emerald is, like, fine, though, as well. Have you read Fire Red Leaf Green?
I have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I initially dropped the Pokemon manga because of the ending of Fire Red Leaf Green, because I was trolled by it. At least I felt trolled by it, because it's like, oh, everyone is like a statue now? Are you kidding me? I was like really mad at that. I thought that was actually what happened. Like, you know? So I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was actually angry, so I like dropped it. Which is funny, but, you know. I'll just say that is amended, that's, And, oh man,
All is forgiven in the universe.
it is forgiven, and they bring back gold and like A+ when they do that. I'll just say, very good. So, yeah, Fire Red Leaf Green, I was liking it up until then. It's redeemed. I mean, granted, I really like the concept of like Red like fighting Deoxys and like losing like that. These boys, they just know the concepts. They just know what to do. But yeah, Ruby and Sapphire, really good. Definitely recommend that. I only read around halfway into like Gen 4, but it was looking good. But I haven't read all of it, so.
Gen 4, if we're talking just gameplay, is probably the gen I'm most familiar with.
Yeah. For me, an individual game is like Leaf Green Fire Red. I know that one the best, but like the rest of Gen 3, I'm not as much on. Because the next Gen 3 game I know the second best is like XD. I didn't grow up with Emerald as a kid. I have Emerald now, of course, but I know Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and like Platinum really well. Um, so Gen 4 as a whole, yeah, that would probably be the one I know the most about as well.
Because, no, I'm definitely the kind of person who will be like, oh, I have a Haunter, let's use Shadow Ball. Wow, that did no damage. And then it's like, oh, yeah, physical special split.
Yes, that's why ghost types are kind of back then, because like physical ghost types just weren't a thing, and ghost was like physical. And granted, ghost being physical is weird, but it at least allowed me to have that good Snorlax Shadow Ball, which was such a good thing back in the day. Or a slacking Shadow Ball. It's actually like it's really good because you have a normal type who resists ghost, who can be super effective on ghost, and have it be physical. Love that stuff.
I won't actually lie, I have never used a Slacking
Really.
in a single playthrough.
That's in my Emerald route. I use slacking there. I really like slacking because
Maybe it's just because getting it through its first evolution of Slackoth is just
yeah, that sucks.
painful.
The thing the thing with my Emerald route actually is like it's interesting how I do Emerald because um I have 5 out of 6 Pokemon by like the first badge. Like that's how I get that many Pokemon that quickly. So literally like the first part of the game is like grinding them up all to like level 20 so they can actually fight because you catch them at like level 5 or whatever.
Now, I have used Shed Ninja, though.
Yeah, yeah. I use Shedinja on mine. I use Breloom. I use Ludicolo. Ludicolo is such a he's actually so useful. I think I consider him like the Pikachu of Gen 3. He's just so easy to use.
Oh, he's incredibly easy.
He has just such a cool type too, because like what is he only weak to? Flying and poison?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good. And a quad resistance to water, which in Gen 4 or Gen 3 is great.
But yeah, definitely more equated to Gen 4, which is why most of the time when I do Nuzlocke, that's usually the gen I do it on.
That's probably what I would do. I like Gen 3 the best. That's probably the one like in terms of like planning teams and whatnot, and like the TMs and whatnot. I know Gen 3 the best. But in terms of like the games, like the world and like items in the game and whatnot, I know Gen 4 better. But it's just because I've played the Pokemon I've played the most is Fire Red Leaf Green. I've played that game like 10 times or something. I've played that a lot. Maybe even more than that. This one maybe like 12 times. So I just know that game very well. It's just I love that game. It's just very replayable. I
I
played
think it is
XD.
pretty replayable.
Yeah, I played XD a lot. I think I played XD 5 times, maybe 6. So I played
XD
XD.
is something I've only played through once, but I remember really liking it.
Yeah, it's a game where like Coliseum. Coliseum is fun, but it's quite difficult to mix things up in that game. You really only mix up like one or two Pokemon in your team for the most part. XD you can mix up better. But I actually really like the fact that those games are double battles. I wish there actually was a main thing where you had a double battle game because it's more like a traditional RPG where you have like multiple party members. I like double battles for the complexity, because it's much easier to do things like rain dance setup and use things like reflect and whatnot. You just have more. You have more. There's a better opportunity for strategy and things like that.
That's one thing I'll actually give Gen 5 credit for is the new battle options they added in, even though they hardly utilize them.
Well, I heard people were all hyped about triple battles and they hated them. And then there was like the Switch thing, which is well, I mean, I never played Gen 5, so I really don't know.
I like them both. The only issue is, as usual, whenever you add something new,
They have to spit.
someone will complain.
Mm,
Unfortunately, that's just how it works.
yes, and back to the series for a second. Okay, well that's wholesome, but back to back to the series for a second. He falls asleep because the introvert energy tanks they're down low.
They're depleted.
Uh huh. He had to think of what he's going to what he's going to call Miku, acquaintance, no, whatnot. So it took a lot of toll on his brain, on his nerd brain. It would take a lot of
Just
toll on
typical.
my brain too, granted. I mean, my brain isn't made for that stuff.
My brain isn't made for social interaction.
No, it's made for like ranting and screeds and memorizing too much stuff.